What's up, guys, and welcome to Latina Gringo. Welcome back. We're happy to see you again. If you're new, punch that subscribe button because every single Friday we have amazing content and stories and challenges and everything under the sun for your entertainment.
Today we're gonna have a little fun story time about how I magically fell in love with this guy.
The story of how Latina fell in love with Gringo, which of course is what happened.
Okay.
So we have Memorial Day 2012. A couple of 21-year-olds didn't know each other existed. Miss Danique came back from Holland just 2 months prior?
Like 2 weeks.
2 weeks prior. And the fire department that I work at was having a Memorial Day cookout. The way that it all came about, we were having families come to the barbecue, and fun fact, a guy that I work with dates to this day Danique's mom. Another fun fact, we have the same name, same birthday, same job. And we
We're both American.
And we date the same family. We have the same name, same birthday, same job. And we're both American. And we date the same family.
It's ridiculous.
So we were having a barbecue. He brought her mom along with Danique to the barbecue.
And that's where we met. And John decided to make a pineapple upside down cake for dessert.
This is why she fell in love with me.
That's not true. My mom really liked it. And she's like, oh, that pineapple upside down is really yummy. So she talked to him for a little bit. And then he was invited to a barbecue over at our house, which I thought was weird because I was making dinner for the dinner at the house. So I'm standing there on the sofa, you know, making the dinner, and my mom's like, oh, you should go get dressed because John invited someone of your age. And I'm like, what? What do you... By the way, John is not only this John, but my mom's John is also John. So she's like, you should get dressed because there's someone of your age coming. And I'm like, what? What are you talking about? Why? Yeah, so you can talk to him because all your friends are in Holland. And so he came over. And it was him.
And of course, I had a similar experience on the other side of things where I was invited to a barbecue by the John that I work with. And he invited me to a barbecue consisting of him and 2 other older gentlemen that I work with. Again, I was 21 at the time and I was brand new to this fire department. And I was like, that's really weird. Why are you inviting me? But I don't want to be rude, so yeah, sure, I'll come. Free food sounds good.
That's why he came. Free food.
Yeah, free food sounds good. So I went home where I lived at the time. My buddy Trevor was there with me, and I was getting ready. I had, you know, normal outfit on, whatever.
If you're watching, Trevor, hi.
Yeah, I had a normal outfit on, whatever, and my buddy Trevor goes, "Isn't the girl that you saw on Memorial Day gonna be there?" And then it all clicked for me, and I was like, "Oh yeah!" I totally forgot. Because like the day I met her, I called dibs. Like I wanted it.
Who does that? Like I'm some sort of object.
So, yeah, so I had to re-shower, I shaved, I put on a whole new outfit, and I made sure I looked at least halfway decent to go to this barbecue.
And then he got there, he got to the house, right? And apparently he heard, which is true, that the Dutch culture always says hi with 3 kisses on the cheek. So, and I know that Americans don't, so I'm just like, oh, hi, nice to meet you, Danique. And he like yanks me and leans in and just goes, mwah, mwah, mwah. I'm like, whoa, okay, hi, how are you? Nice to meet you.
I was trying to get with the culture, and apparently I did it a little aggressive.
Yeah, it was a little intense.
So we ended up clicking, and we were enjoying each other. Of course, we were both 21, and you know we were all we had at that point. So we started just chatting and hanging out. We ended up drinking a 30-pack of beer together. Literally, both of us, 15 beers each, and that was when I fell in love. And
you knew I could drink beer.
So we did that. After that, we stayed up till about 3 a.m. just chatting and talking, and then I went home.
And then before he went home, I was like, hey, if you're interested, we're going to the beach tomorrow to the West End, which are beautiful beaches here in Curacao. It's gonna be just me and my mom and John, and we're gonna go. So if you wanna go, be here at 8. It was 3 o'clock in the morning. So I knew that he was not gonna show up.
She didn't think I was gonna go.
And then 5 minutes to 8, I hear a knock on the door the next morning. I'm like, oh my God.
Of course. But I believe that night was the night you also broke your phone.
Yes, because obviously I had 15 beers in, so I go to the toilet and I always put my phone in my back pocket and I pull my pants down to use the toilet and it fell in.
I think they get what happens in the bathroom.
So my phone fell in the toilet and I walked outside and I'm like, oh, there's no way that you can like call or message me or anything, and obviously it was terrible.
Just imagine, you know, guy or girl, you know, you meet somebody you start to really like, and all you want to do is text and talk to that person, and then you break your phone.
And so I told him, like, if you want to call me or anything, you can like call me on my mom's phone.
Which is weird. I didn't want to do that. So I just showed up. We went to the beach, beautiful beach, very private beach, and we had a great beach day, and we had a really good time. And when we got back, you know, I had to go to work the next day, so we wanted to see each other more. So that was also the day that I asked her on our first real date.
I remember we were swimming in the ocean and you're like, do you want to go to dinner with me tonight?
Yes.
And I'm like, hee.
So we went to a little Italian place, had some pasta, and we had a really nice time. And then things got not so nice. You can take it from here.
So I didn't want the date to end yet because I was having such a great time, and I told him, well, you know what? I'll take you around. You don't know Curacao yet. You've been here for maybe a month, so let's go around and I'll show you places.
I'll show you the most romantic spot in Curacao.
So I take him to this like very private, pretty beach, but in my mind, I'm thinking, you know, it's just very pretty to see because you sit like on the cliff, and then you have the water, and then you see all the stars in the sky.
And the moon, full moon.
And it's really pretty. So I just thought, oh, you know what, we can just go and sit and talk, because it's not my thing to like do anything on the first date.
I'll take it from here. And so basically this is the equivalent of a make-out point for you Americans. The movies, it's the equivalent of yes it is, very much. I'll take a picture and post it. It's the equivalent of a make-out point. So, we get there, you know, we're vibing, we're having a nice time. It's a first date, but we hung out prior. You know, if you count it, you know, we had a barbecue, we went to the beach, and then we went to dinner. Basically a third kind of date.
No.
So, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go in for a kiss. Which is a big moment for any man.
I've known you for less than a week.
It's a big moment, all right? I had to, you know, get the courage, you know, go in for it. So I went in.
And it was something like this. Come in.
Yes, a very aggressive head turn. So, I got turned down. Felt like a big pile of garbage. And all in all, my night was pretty much ruined.
Well, I apologize. I was like, I'm sorry, I don't kiss on first dates. It's not something I do, so.
Even at the most romantic spot in Curacao. So I took her home.
Besides, I felt like this could be something in the future. So I was like,
that kiss will totally ruin that. So I took her home. I dropped her off. Said good evening. Was a little ticked off. Not gonna lie. Went home. Told Trevor. He was like, seriously? I was like, I know. Like I wasn't in the wrong. I know. So I went to work the next day, and as I was at work, Danique started texting me, and I didn't want to answer.
Yeah, he kind of ignored me for a while, and but then eventually he did, and we decided to go for another beach day when he was off, because obviously he was back at work for 2 days. So
but just us two this time.
Yeah, just us two. Just go to the beach, have a nice beach day. So he did. He picked me up in the morning. We drove about an hour to get to the beach, and we swam all day. And while this is going on, you know, now I'm ready for a kiss.
And we literally had the beach all to ourselves, which is amazing.
Yeah, it was really nice. Very romantic.
Very.
And so I'm waiting all day. I'm like, is this guy ever gonna kiss me? You know, he's not kissing me. Why is he not kissing me? Oh, he doesn't like me. Oh, Jesus, no. So finally, he waits until sunset. We've been at the beach since like 9 o'clock in the morning.
I wanted it to be special.
This guy waits for sunset. It was very special. It was the most romantic thing that anybody has ever done for me, because let's be honest, he's a guy. He's waiting all day to kiss a girl. So yes, very romantic, good for you. But sunset, man. Sunset is like at 6:30. And so we have our first kiss, which goes on for another hour. And then when we're leaving,
we get locked in.
Yeah, like they close the doors.
So we get locked in. It's like 6:30. We're locked in. We don't know how to get out. We see a number. We call a number. So they say, I'll be there in about 20 minutes to let you out.
Lies.
So of course the first kiss continues for the next 20 to 30 minutes until we get locked, until we get let out. So we get let out, and basically,
I think that was that, no?
yeah, as they say, the rest was history. And now we're married and looking forward to a very bright future together. So that is the story of how we met,
Hope you enjoyed it.
and we'll see you on our next video.